Hello, this is Pixel Freak, and I'm taking a look at Bladeslinger. This game just came out to Android about a week ago, within the last week. It's been on iOS now for 3 or 4 months. It's actually a pretty cool game, too. It's a Western horror game, so it's kind of like Resident Evil meets Red Dead Revolver. So the story opens up and you're playing as this cowboy protagonist and you're returning home from some faraway mission of some sort. And when you get off the train, you're jumped by these evil demon guys. And as you kind of go through and make your way to your home, you find out that your hometown is deserted and that there's just demons everywhere. So you're trying to get to the bottom of this mystery of what's going on, why there's this big demon infestation. As you can see, the graphics are pretty amazing. The sound effects and soundtrack is equally as amazing. I'd say the production value overall for this game was very impressive. In fact, that's probably what drew me in to want to review this game. The gameplay controls are also pretty interesting. They do this you choose method where they have the normal touch buttons where you would touch the buttons and there's a few little gestures here and there, pretty much similar to what you'd see in other action or even first-person shooter games out on smartphone devices. They also have the innovative piece where you do everything through one-hand gestures, and there's 2 button touches and slashes, and it's actually pretty interesting. I kind of liked it, but I found it to be a little bit sloppier than the touchscreen controls. It needed a little bit more work. Unfortunately for Bladeslinger, the controls is also really where the gameplay just kind of falls apart, or at least I should say the gameplay itself is really where it falls apart. First off, the controls are really not that accurate. When you're fighting multiple enemies, you're going to find that even the smallest error is going to result in you getting hit a lot. And when you lose health, you're going to have to use potions. Well, unfortunately, the potions can only be paid for with the in-game currency, which you earn, but you can also purchase. Well, as it stands, because there's so many problems with the controls, and because there's actually some performance problems in here as well that really mess up your timing when you're trying to dodge or block, you get hit a lot, and you need to use every penny of what you earn throughout the game for health potions. So for me, this really came off very unethical with the game, because the game's a purchased game. This game cost me $3, and once I got into the game and started playing it, I realized there's all these unlockable features in the game that I'd love to be able to pay for, and in the game, the currency's there, I can unlock them, but unfortunately I can't save any money because I'm spending all of my money on health potions, and that's because the controls have so many problems, and there's so much problems with performance glitches and little bumps and bruises. I'm spending all of my money frustratingly on health potions. Now there is a second way to get gold. You don't have to just go through the story mode and hope to get gold there. There's an arena mode that you can play as well, and you will earn different potions and different little crystals and stuff that allow you to upgrade your character that way. That's great, except for the fact that I paid $3 for this game, and I don't feel like I should have to jump through hoops in order to play a game that I've already paid for. Now there are a few details of the gameplay that are probably worth mentioning. Now you can unlock various little skills and such for your cowboy guy, so his guns are better and his blades are better, and there's fire and there's lightning and you're punching your hand through enemies, and it's pretty cool. There's also this cool card system that you can buy cards if you have the money to do so, and those cards, when your spirit meter builds all the way up, can be activated, and then you kind of go ass kick crazy and then go all over the place. The same problem I have with potions and other upgrades I have with the cards, and that's that I just never had any money to spend on them unless I went and grinded in the arena for a while, which I don't feel like I should be inconvenienced again on a game that I've already purchased. So overall, despite the fact that this is a great looking game, this is a great sounding game, the gameplay doesn't feel really fun. Not only that, but I feel like I'm being punished for not spending more money on a game that I've already spent money on. For that reason, I'm really going to not recommend this game to anybody out there. I'd say avoid it. At least I'm not going to recommend it now. If the developers went through and fixed some of these problems, I would be much happier with the game. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do that, and I think what we're going to have to do is wait for their next game before we really get wowed by this developer. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, this has been Pixel Freak.